You want to close it with something fun? God.
So it's something that obviously I will not let go. And I was not letting go of Hilaria Baldwin of Boston.
Correct. Hilaria.
No, Hillary.
Yep.
Not Spain.
Sure.
Hilaria Baldwin of Boston.
Sure.
She was staying pretty quiet, laying low. Yeah. I, again, would not let anyone forget. I would talk to people about it constantly, like, oh, yeah, just so you remember when Hilaria said she was Spanish for all those years, like 10 years, got Alec Baldwin under the guise of being that, and just don't want you to forget that, right? So she popped her little head back up to explain. No one's asking. No one's asking.
Nope.
We get it. We got it. It was all explained, and now you need to figure it out. So she popped her head back up and wanted to talk about her culture being fluid. So she is culturally fluid.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Right?
It's like how sometimes you can feel a little more feminine. Sometimes you feel a little more masculine.
Sure.
Some days you
Feel like a Spaniard.
Yes. Some days you're just a Spaniard.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Right. Someone was talking about this. So we were thinking Alec Baldwin like just didn't even ask. Right? Like there's no way that he actually asked like, okay, wait, so where are you from? Like, how long did you live there? Like he didn't want to know. I don't think that he pried too much into her. Can I stand up
for Alec Baldwin real quick?
It's not even really standing up for him. I just think he's like, cool, I like you, you're hot, you're bendy, right? You snap back after a pregnancy like that.
Yoga.
I like you. I'm not gonna yoga.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like pry into like how Spanish are you, like any of that.
No guy cares, right? So that's one of the things where if you tell a guy, oh yeah, I'm from Spain and I'm Hilaria and all this other shit, you're not really going to do any back research on that where you're like, okay, cool. If your mom didn't get the 23andMe, I would have thought you were Mexican.
Right, but...
I wouldn't have dug. I didn't dig. We've been together for 10 years.
Right, but you met my grandma as well, who can like barely speak English because of her accent, right? So it's like, you were like, okay. But Alec must have met her super white Spanish professor dad at some point, right?
Maybe at the wedding.
You know what I mean, though? Then you would go, so you guys, I'm sorry. But it's too far, right? So it's at the wedding. It's gone too far. I'm not going to ask any more questions. Your parents are the whitest people I've literally ever seen in my life. Yep. Don't know where you went to high school. Don't know how long you were in Spain. I don't know. I don't want to know. But if he did ask, so what? So how long? Well, my dad's a Spanish professor in Boston. Huh? So anyway, so she did a tweet, but then she also ended the tweet, right, Bob, with a story about a sad story about a trans child that either committed suicide or something. So basically we need to be all more compassionate to people that identify as a certain thing and just let them do that.
Sure.
So again, Twitter is right back on that train, and I love every second of it because she popped her little beak out and was like, hey guys, are we good? And they're like, no, we're not fucking good. Get back in your hole with your 20 kids and bye-bye. Like, you're done. You're done.
Why do I don't understand? So like with Chrissy Teigen and then this chick, right? You're already married to the super most rich people you can do, and you get to do all the things and all the cool shit. Why do you want to be famous as well and have that on you?
Because it's the only reason that you got together with this person, right?
Boy, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If I could get you on a show with Christina P., where my mom's at, okay? Right, and it was the two of you guys hosting, I think it would be the biggest show in the entire world. I would quit and hold your purse at all of these events because that's it. I don't care. Why these other people give a shit, I just don't understand. Like,
tell me about it.
The cool shit you can do with that much money. Ask Delco Dan. There's a pan to him, for Christ's sakes. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's wearing a Martin Luther King jersey because he lost a bet. Stand up a little bit. Let him see that jersey.
Let him see that jersey.
Martin Luther King jersey of Trae Young because he lost a bet.
There you go.
And that guy, you give him, what, $1.5, $2 million? You're out of here. You never return, right?
Oh, he'd never talk to any of us again.
5. That's right. Okay. 5 makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. You can buy the house on the beach, probably on a Jack Nicklaus golf course.
No, we're going Caribbean.
Oh, is that where love how you've got it planned out already.
Oh, yeah.
He's 30. He's 30 and he's already thinking about retirement. This is what I'm talking about. This is what money does for you. Why do you have to pop back out and be famous and do all the things?
Because you're dehydrated.
I'm thirsty. Man.
Because you can't live without it. Because you think that your voice, same with Chrissy Teigen, she won't stay off either. Now she's posting, I got a tattoo, and I'm baking with my kids. You can't, your life doesn't happen. It's like a tree falling in the woods. Like your life doesn't really happen if the whole world doesn't know about it.
Yep.
What's up, Bob?
And it's also just like people, everyone should be, like, you know how they say, like, everyone should, like, work in a restaurant, or everyone should, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone should be legitimately have some level of fame for, like, 6 months. Not a bit, it doesn't need to be huge, but they need to, like, understand what it's like to have people come up to you at a bar.
Yeah.
And be like, you, or whatever.
Yes.
So that they can understand, essentially, if nothing else, the profit motive behind people doing something just for attention. They don't, They don't understand how addictive it is, how fucking validating it is.
Yeah.
Any of that shit. It's like, well, why would they, like, whenever someone says, why would they do that just for attention? What? You just answered your own question.
You answered your own question.
That was Rob's humble brag to say that he's been approached at a bar.
Yes, it's true.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Bob was
from Soft Cut?
Bob was college famous from TFM. Yeah.
Oh.
Total frat move.
Well, that's way cooler than my story. Bob,
I'll
were you drinking or working there? You're welcome.
I was yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't serving the guy, were you? But anyway. No, exactly right. Like,
but case in point, I ran into Theo Vaughn at the fight Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he was getting fucking his arms ripped off by people, and finally,
dude.
like, because we were both going up to get food, and finally he had to tell fans, like, in a polite way, who were just grabbing his arm. He was like,
dude.
He goes, hey, dude, I just have to eat.
Yep.
I just have to eat.
And it happened very quickly, and he's not super into it. So it's hard.
So I went to, both of us ended up eating the same place. And so we were chatting for a while, like 20, 30 minutes. Great fucking guy.
Yeah.
Could not be more honest and open about life. Was
Which
supposed
is
to be
why
on Drinkin
people
Bros
love his
before.
show. Yeah.
But he moved to Nashville. We're in Austin now. And so it's a rough get along. That's not a guest that I want on Zoom. I want him in person and all that shit.
Yeah.
For real. Like,
no, for sure.
Because he's that rad.
It'll happen. He'll just come through, maybe chill out. Like, things will chill out a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And he goes, man, this podcast shit is crazy, right? And I go, it is. But I go, it's a little crazier for you because of the Rogan effect. I'm like, dude, that's another. Once you're on Rogan, it seems to change, like, the course of every comedian's career and all that other shit. And you could see it happening. Dude, he could not do it. And, like, to Bob's point, man, go out everywhere and then see what that's like and see if you want. I don't know why either, like, Chrissy Teigen or Hilaria and all that other shit. Like, you're already with the most famous people already, and now you want to be like.
Well, because
watch her old interviews too. She would cut off Alec and just get in there and say weird shit.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, hey, dude, no one wants to talk to you.
But also the thing of it is, because they are still famous. So, for example, Chrissy Teigen, right? Mm-hmm. Or her. People are still going to recognize you. You just want it to go back to the way it was, where people recognize you and love you. Yeah. Right? So with them, I get a little bit to where it's like, unless she should just literally stay in her mansion or buy a house out in the country. Media. Yeah. Get off social media. But again, if they go anywhere, still, Chrissy Teigen and Hillary, if they go to the grocery store, if they're on the street, whatever, they're still going to get recognized. But my guess is they're probably getting dirty looks, yelled at, whatever it is, or they're not getting the, like, hey, they're getting the eyes of, I recognize you, but I'm not, you know?
The person we
hate. So I think they want to go back to the way it was. They want to go back to the way it was so bad, or nothing, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, I kind of understand that. But again, it's like, you're done, dude. You're done. Like, it's way too soon, too. You're poking your head up now. You need to be like 5 years down the road of like, hey, let the people like age out that are like really into pop culture, right? Let them age out. Let the new ones come in.
Yep.
and be like, who was she? Oh, she pretended to be, but did she though? I don't know. And then you'll be fine. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., for example, or something like this, where it's like,
well, he went to prison, so like that's a great way to stay off social media is if you're in prison.
Bro, that's actually true, right? If it's something that you can actually go to jail for, serve time, I think you can get out of it. Yep. But if it's something that's just moral jail and stuff like that, you can never do your time unless you do your fucking time. Like go away, do time somewhere. It's going to be in a mansion in the country, but do it. 5-10 years, give yourself a sentence, and be like, I did my time.
Dude, what you just either invented or predicted something that makes me want to take me and my pregnant wife and drive off a fucking cliff so I don't have to live in this world anymore.
Right.
Which is people, someone is going to do that. They're going to give themselves community service for like, and they'll be like, I'm going to be working with, whatever, Doctors Without Borders or this food kitchen for 5 years because of what I did. And then other people are going to follow. And then it's becoming a thing where it's going to be like, this cocksucker's not working at a food kitchen after he made that tweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck him.
Yep. Or think about this, Bob, because then they're still on social media telling you all the good they're doing. So how do you have to do it? You have to do it like that guy that was working at Trader Joe's and somebody like snapped a pic under him and was like, oh my gosh, she's working whatever.
Cosby Show,
so it has to be like you do a bunch of community service and make sure there's somebody taking a picture because you can't post. You're in jail. You're in Instagram jail. But you need to make sure that someone else is going to recognize you doing. Every time you see a camera, just grab an old lady, grab her bags, right? Carry her.
Yeah.
Something like that, where everything is you doing
great shit.
Charity, great shit, and then maybe. But it has to be years of that, and nobody can catch you doing your same shit.